So now we're gonna discuss the case study which is in the lecture note. Case study fraud risk assessment and management background. It is the issue is given. So it asking identify and list. Firstly, it's asking we need to go through with the action verbs, right? Identify and list main factors that contribute to the fraud risk in above the case study under the fraud diamond theory. So if you go through with the fraud diamond theory, there is a four aspect with the 3R, which is including the fraud triangle theory, which is opportunity and pressure or the motivation or the rationalization and the capability. So this theory-based question, not even you can think and write even. It is no need to elaborate. You need to here. If I go to the slide here for diamond theory. So that is motivation. So the financial pressure or the monetary gain achievement or the manipulation. You are rationalizing a belief that violating rules is acceptable, lack of respect for others, opportunity, environmental factors, victim characteristic, capability in the sense you are knowing about the corporate governance, ability to manipulate others, technical knowledge to steal victim, identities to exploit software weaknesses. Those are the stuff. So identify and the list main three categories that contribute to the fraud risk and above in the under each category of the fraud diamond theory. So you need to write fraud diamond theory. It identify four aspects as which is acceptable for the fraud risk. Those are you can write even here like here four angles. No, it's like a kiribati kotu. No, what is that? It is opportunity, opportunity, opportunity and capability. Here you have what? You have motivation or the pressure, motivation or the pressure, we call as a pressure, and you are rationalizing, you are justifying your fraudulent activity, rationalization. So rationalizing the stuff. Here it is rationalization, here it is motivation, opportunity, and here it is capability. Okay, I think it's clear for you all, isn't it? So firstly, I go through with the question. Arapaima Corporation is a mid-sized manufacturing company that produces high-level electronics for both local and international market. The company has been growing steadily over the past 5 years, and its workforce has expanded from 200 to 700 employees. As a result, company financial transaction and operation become increasingly complex, making it essential for the leadership to implement effective internal controls and risk management strategies, TARA framework like that. The issue over the past years, the company has noticed significant discrepancy between. Give me 1 minute, please. A significant discrepancy between. Yeah. Over the past years, the company has noticed a significant discrepancy between its expected and actual financial performance. Despite increasing of sales, the case is there. Profit margin was decreasing. If the sales are decreasing, profit margin's normal tendencies, it also need to be increased, right? Not like sale increase percentage. Let's say sales increasing in 50%. So sorry, 15%. The GP margin also like 12% GP margin, something like that. Need to increase here, but it is other way around. Despite increasing sales, profit margin have been decreasing and higher than expected inventory decrease has reported. Inventory also decreasing in the sense it implies that the sales are occurring. Inventory turnover ratio is low. Additionally, regulators in expense reporting and unusually high volume claims by certain departments has raised concern, right? So here, Arapama Corporation CEO Mr. Pereira commissions an internal audit to investigate the issues and to evaluate the company risk management process to internal audit team led by CIA. Mr. Gayani. Mrs. Gayani conducted an in-depth review for the financial transaction, inventory control, and expense management. Their findings revealed weak internal controls. This is a opportunity. If the weak internal controls are there, fraudsters can engage with the fraudulent activities. This give a opportunity. Lack of segregation of duties also. The payment කරන මනුස්සයාම රෙක් එකක් හදනවා. Lack of segregation of the duties, that also opportunity. Right? The finance department was responsible for both initiating and approving payments. They are making the payment and approving. It is yeah, need to be there, but making the payment is accountant. Let's say accountant or the finance executive, no, not executive, finance assistant, finance, and approving the payment. Let's say go to the finance manager, FM, or the CEO, CFO, not CEO, CFO, right? Payment which increase the risk of undetected fraud, because sometimes they can make payment for themselves. Frauds name Phantom companies using a fake or the puppet companies. They can engage, right? Employees is in this department could process payments without oversight, and some transactions found lack of proper documentation. Documents are not there. There may be a fraud red flag is also there. It is a signation, sign, symbol to a fraud risk factor. Unethical behavior. Through interviews and inter-audit team discovered employees were not following ethical principles. Some employees higher positions in the department were found to be collusion with external vendors, inflating prices for personal gain. It is a collusion. This is a rationalization. Em- Opportunity, it also can be opportunity, motivation, or the pressure. Sometimes it can be either way. And employees were found a collusion. The collusion means it's rationalizing. People are get together. We are why we are engaging a fraud. Sometimes the below level management also think our top management also engaging. We also engaging like that. Right? Employee overtime. There are several instances where employee report excessive overtime without proper justification. OT කරනවා වැඩ කරපු වැඩකුත් නැහැ. So OT, we need to review at which time. Let's say හතර මාට off එක මෙයා හිටියා 9:30 වෙනකම්. එතකොට කොච්චර පැය කොච්චරක් හිටියද? 5, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9, 4 hours. Per hour OT rate is, let's say, 500. Per day it is 2,000, right? 2,000, what are the work? Okay, allowed, we can check this from the fingerprints. Thumbnail, after fingerprint again, make evaluate control. What are the work he or she is done during this time? We need to, immediate supervisor need to review based on the OT report, OT timesheet, right? Likewise, you can manipulating, claiming overtime by manipulating time records, no fingerprint. Like, let's say they have signature. Certain employees were facing financial pressure. Pressure is there, that is a motivation on the pressure. Debt, and certain employees were believe they are underpaid compared to that. Also rationalization. They are thinking they are underpaid, then they are going to steal it. You can even think and write recommend possible ways addressing, because the proper, you need to have a proper, I would say, uh, fraud education, proper internal controls. Always need to oversee basic high senior management oversees the company activities, surprise audits, cash counts. Always the relevant parties looking their bank reconciliation against the cash book එකයි bank statement එකයි balance එක reconcile කරලා තියෙනවා හරිද කියලා බලනවා. sample payments high value අපි high value ම ගන්න low value. ඒතකොට 50 100 හොරකම් කරන්න පටන් ගන්නවානේ. High value and low value transaction sample basis check කරනවා per week wise or per month wise. Those are, even you can think and write. Here, assume you are the CIA, prepare a comprehensive plan to assess the fraud risk, because in the fraud risk also we have a fraud risk management TARA framework. TARA, TARA framework. Even you can think and write, because firstly you want to identify the environment, the business environment. What is their environment, what are the internal controls which is pertaining to the environment, what are the loopholes which is in the environment. You need to understand what are the most frequently occur, what are the department which is acceptable to the frauds, what are the initiatives that are taken from management to those suspected employees. You can even think and write. There is a no proper answer. Prepare comprehensive plan, assess the fraud risk of the company. You can think and write. So just chat GPT. Now it's time to discuss the last year paper. Okay, give me 1 minute, please. Here you can see question number 2 we are going to discuss. In the past year, Wonderland, a conglomerate based in Asian region, has experiencing explosive user growth, boosting over 10 million active accounts. However, recent internal audit has revealed discrepancies in transaction record, raising concern about potentially fraudulent activities is coming from evidence. Anomalies in it is mean again anomalies කියන්නේ අපේ hidden patterns. ඒ කියන්නේ normal pattern එකට විරුද්ධව. ඒ කියන්නේ anomalies meaning something that deviate from the standard මේ
Anomaly.
something that deviate from the standard normal expected. It means abnormal things, right? Anomalies trading patterns. Anomalies large volume of trades executed at unusual time by seemingly unconnected accounts. Cut-off issues, maybe the unusual activity. Dormant accounts are reactivating. Dormant with those accounts, no, we are not using. Then dormant are reactivating short period to engage high value transaction. There is a red flag is here. Discrepancies in wall balances, inconsistency between the reported and actual cryptocurrency held in user walls. Internal employee concerns, whispers, insider trading, and manipulated exchange rate among staff. Insider trading, it's a ethical issue, right? As a fraud investigator brought by you are the fraud investigator brought by Wonderland. Firstly, you are required to identify the most likely type of fraudulent activities occurring based on the presented evidence. Justify your answer with specific example from the case details. Identify the most likely type of fraudulent activities. Here, sometimes money laundering can be there. Money laundering, unusual account, a dormant account, like a PML, prevention of money laundering, right? Discrepancies in wall balance, this is a financial statement fraud sometimes. FS fraud, yeah, right? It can be like that. Frauds are collusion, anomalies in trade, large volume executed unusual time. This is again financial statement fraud can be happen because the revenue, fictitious revenue, because the cut-off issues can be there. We are parking antima mohote වෙනවා, right? Unusual times. Even weekends, sometimes weekend J is passing. The sales are happening, can be, but it is suspected. Acceptable. Internal employee inside data leakage by employees. It also a threat, right? Fraud, some kind of a fraudulent activity. The answer should be like this. If I go through with the answer sheet, even you can think and write. Identify the most likely type of fraudulent activities. Anomalies in the trading pattern. Large volume of trades at unusual times, such as potential money laundering or wash trading, window dressing. These activities might aim to manipulate market prices or conceal illegal funds. Illicit funds, unusual account activity, dormant account reactivity briefly for high value transaction is indicative of account takeover, produce, layering the money. Sometimes you know that in money laundering is a process using three stages: placement, layering, integration. Layering. Okay. Sometimes it can be an indicative for that money laundering, right? Here you can see using dormant account as proxies to avoid detection, right? Discrepancies, inconsistency between the reported actual cryptocurrency balances signal misappropriation of the funds or accounting manipulation, FS fraud. Yeah. Employees tampering with internal system to legitimate the illegal funds, right? Draw funds. Internal employee concerns, whispers of insider trading and manipulated exchange rates suggest a collusion among employees for personal gain. Collusion. People are getting together and engage in the collusion. People using non-public information influence trade for profit. Here it's asking, discuss the forensic investigation procedures that forensic accountants goes about tracing the financial statement frauds through complex financial transactions. Discuss the forensic investigation procedures. Data collection and preservation. Firstly, you need to collect the data. Security transaction log, audit trial, system records to ensure integrity. Collect cryptocurrency wallet data and exchange rate history from the CBSL, right? Transaction pattern එක analyze කරනවා. Data collect කරා ඊට පස්සේ pattern එක අපි analyze කරනවා. trend analysis එකක් කරලා Excel එක අපිට plot කරලා analyze large unusual transaction for links known for techniques, use blockchain analytics tool to trace cryptocurrency flows, account activity review. Account monitor reactivated dormant accounts for connection with suspicious entities. What are the transactions which happening through dormant accounts? Identify IP addresses, protocols, login patterns, and device fingerprint. Balance reconciliation. Compare reported balance against the blockchain ledger data to detect inconsistent discrepancies there. Investigate discrepancy. Employee interviews and whistleblowers. Interviews karna. The main best method to collect data is whistleblower. Right? Conduct structured interviews with employees who raise concerns. Analyze whistleblower tips for collaborative evidence. It asking recommend the preventive measures. So, corrective, preventive, and detective. Preventive means before happening. Wonderland can implement to minimize future fraud. Discuss the importance of each measure and how it address the vulnerabilities identified in this case. So you can see, so you can even think and write for that question. Okay. Yeah. Uh, Implement advanced monitoring system, real-time alerts for large unusual transaction, right? Detect anomalies quickly to minimize financial damage. Strengthen user authentication. Enforce multi-factor authentication for all accounts. Prevent unauthorized reactivation of the dormant accounts. Reconcile world balances. Automate reconciliation process to identify discrepancies. Mitigates risk of internal misappropriation and ensures accurate reporting. Enhance employee trading awareness, conduct regular fraud awareness programs, right? It reduces insider collusion. Uh, Establish whistleblowers, conduct regular forensic audit, surprise audit. Act as a deterrent to fraudulent behaviors. Deterrent, blockchain analysis integration. Those are the answers, and you can write. Thanks.